today's webinar, we're going to be talking about social media and the feature of your Agent Studio platform called SendAble. And what SendAble is an SSP, which stands for Synchronized Social Media Posting. I would say that probably everybody on this webinar has at least one social media account, whether it be a personal account or a business account that you use to market your travel business through. With that being said, I want to first just explain a little bit about how and why social media is important to our business. In the past 10 years, social media has really changed the magnitude of our lives in many ways, and marketing is one of the biggest ways that it has changed things. It allows a lot of us to have a home-based business, and it also allows us to be able to market ourselves, which in the past a lot of us wouldn't have been able to do. One of the bad things about the way people marketed businesses in the past was we did mailings. And with mailings, there's a lot of issues. You don't know who's getting, if it was ever received, you don't know who received it, and you also don't know if anybody ever opened it and looked at what you sent them. So you have all the time wasted that you put into sending out the mailings, and you also don't have any return on your investment. So with social media, one thing that we can do is we have a way to post and reach a large number of people. We also have the ability to receive analytics on the posts that we make. And with that information, we can slice it and dice it in a lot of different ways, which allows us to see what posts worked well, what posts received the most clicks, received the most shares, what posts were retweeted the most. And then we can look at those and base our future social media posts around what we found that worked. I know that social media doesn't come without a lot of different pains. And when I have different agents reach out to me, they ask about, one of the first things they say to me is it takes up way too much time. And I think that everybody can agree that we can all get sucked into social media and we spend way too much time on it. When it comes to business, you're right. It can take up a lot of time, but only if you let it. Of course, you can spend those many hours perusing social media, trying to find posts that relate to travel, to repost and share. But the reality of it is we don't have all that time. We don't have hours to spend on social media every day. We have to think about other aspects of our business. The next pain point that I usually get asked about or I hear is, I don't have any content. I don't know what to post. And my initial response to that is nonsense. My second response is, if you have an Agent Studio website, your content is already made for you. All you have to do is use it. An informative website provides a wealth of information from within that all you have to do is share that information out on your social media accounts, and it will automatically drive traffic back to your website, creating a following and building your client base, and ultimately increasing your bottom line. It doesn't take that much effort when you have a platform like SendAble, which also takes social media marketing one step further. With SendAble, it posts daily on your behalf. That's right. It automatically posts for us. So one thing, as long as you have a paid subscription to Agent Studio and you aren't on one of our free websites, you have access to SendAble. And one thing I want to do today is show you some of the basics of SendAble. I know when new platforms come out or you have access to new tools, they're all great. But if you don't have the comfort level that you need to use them or you aren't sure how to set them up, then it becomes not a great feature for you or your business. So this webinar, we're going to touch upon the basics, and in the coming weeks, I'm going to delve into more of the advanced features of SendAble to show you exactly what you have at your fingertips. It's actually an amazing tool. I have actually used to use before we got SendAble with our Agent Studio platform. I would use Hootsuite for a while. I've used Buffer. I've also used Deliverate, and those are subscriptions that I had to pay for. So with SendAble, I not only get free social media postings, but I also can cancel all of those accounts because I can do the exact same thing within our SendAble platform within our Agent Studio website. And I don't know if I want to, okay, hopefully that doesn't cancel anything. I apologize. This is my first time using this Zoom for a webinar, so try not to make any mistakes and disconnect anybody, especially myself. So I'm sure everybody knows how to get to the back end of their website. Once you log in, you'll see your control panel on the left-hand side. We're going to go to SendAble. And I also want to mention that I have everybody muted, but at the end of the webinar, when I'm done, I'll open it up and then we'll have I'll answer your questions in it. But it's just easier if everybody's muted in the beginning. So the first thing that you want to do when you come into your platform, ignore the photos that I have up there right now. The first thing you want to do is go to Services and then click on My Services. And this is, you get this in your platform. So you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of it. Even if you only have one social media account, you should come in here and set it up so that you're taking advantage of getting the free posts automatically every day from Agent Studio. So My Services, you can see that I have everything already set up, but we're going to go through and show you how to set them up. I think I went ahead and deleted one of my Twitter. Yeah, so we can add that back in. On the left-hand side, you can see you want to add services, and then it'll pop up. Social media, the most popular pop-up. If you're only interested in social media, you can click that, and it basically shows you if you want to add your Facebook, your Instagram. We're going to add my business Twitter account. So you just click on Add, Post Updates. So let's click Set Up, and it'll bring you right into this screen. If you have, you want to make sure that whatever account you want to add is the account that you're signed into. I switch between my personal and my business. So if you're like me and you have multiple accounts, you just want to make sure that you're signed into the one that you want to add. All you do is click Authorize. I want to post with images. You can choose not to, but I can guarantee you when you post with an image, you will get more action on your posts. And this is how you choose to receive notifications about your posts. Save your settings. And here, if you have, I can switch between my Twitter accounts here. Save your settings, and then let's go back. You'll see now my services are 13. And if we scroll down to the bottom, Taylor and Company Travel. And that reminds me, for those that have joined, I don't think I really introduced myself. So my name is Mickey Taylor, and I'm the owner of Taylor and Company Travel. I've been doing travel for I think about a little over 10 years now. I got into travel through my accounting job, believe it or not, and fell in love with it, and now solely do travel. But I'm an agent ambassador for Agent Studio, and I'm here to help you increase your sales, build your business, and share all the Agent Studio tools that are available to us. Share with you how I've used them to advance my business and help you grow yours as well. And I'm always available. I'll give you my email address at the end. I'll type it into the chat, and you can reach out to me. Any questions at all that you have travel related, certainly open to helping you. So that was the first thing, and that was pretty easy. I think everybody can agree that, and that is literally all you have to do to get started using SendAble. And they're all that easy to set up. Setting up your social media accounts will show you, okay, wait a second. Somebody's chatting with me, but I don't know how to see it. Okay. Setting up your social media accounts, it's easy. So that took us a whole 10 seconds basically. So please, if you haven't already done so, when the webinar's over, go in there and take advantage of setting up your accounts. And if by some chance you don't have any social media accounts, you should get one, because the content that they share is content, it sends out and comes right back to your website. So let me go here. I wanted to try to show you the engage portion of this. So if any of you have ever used Buffer or Hootsuite to manage your social media accounts, you know that you can post and respond and go back and forth. So you can do the same thing. This is like all the interactions that have gone on. Yeah, I've started really working out, so you'll see all these weird photos of like me working out. But you can interact. So if I wanted to respond here, I can click reply, and I can reply right here, as opposed to actually going into the actual social media platform and replying. You can do everything right from your back end. And then let's go to, this is the feature that I like that allowed me to cancel all my subscriptions to the other platforms. And this is where I can create new messages or posts. So I'm going to show you how to do a post. Here's the list of all of my social media accounts. You can pick all of them. You can pick some of them. One thing you do have to remember, even though you're posting through a platform like this, Twitter still has the 140 character limit. So if I click Taylor & Co. page, let me do my personal Twitter, my business Twitter. You can pick any of these. LinkedIn, I put everything out there on LinkedIn as well. Now, one thing when I create my own posts, I almost always go back to my own homepage or website, because this is why I want everybody to want to look at what I'm posting. So I come back to my website, and we're going to go to destinations. I do a lot of destinations of the day type of thing. I'm a beachy person, so sometimes it's hard for me to break out of the posting of all beach and fun and sun. But I know that not everybody is like that. So I have to fight myself and not post only about that. So let's say we're going to do London. London's having a rough day today, so let's just do okay.
I'm here in London at the Wellesley, which is and
you'll have those videos pop up. So here's everything that's within your agent studio about London. So all I do is I come up here, I copy the link, then let's go back to our SendAble platform, and I'm going to put destination of the day, London, and just write a little blurb. And you'll see down at the bottom, right here, you'll see LinkedIn also, believe it or not, and Facebook also. They have a 2,000 character limit. Most of us don't know because we never post 2,000 characters on Facebook. And then it'll count down for your Twitter. One more city. Or we can do, let's put the the link. It automatically will shorten. And that's something else I used to have a subscription. It was free, but I had to go in. It was just another level of complexity. Something else that I had to manage was the URL shortening service. But it looks nice. Looks like a great post. And I have a hashtag that I always use for everything, and it's popped up, experience traveled the Taylor way. Because I post everything also to my personal page. I also put the name in here too sometimes and just send. And then let's go. I have some of these open. I want to try to find, let's look. This could be scary. This is a post. I had this open to show you. This is something that I posted right before the webinar began. But if you click this, I was advertising our cruise booking tool. Hey, look for your latest cruise. And I did the same thing that I previously did for the post that we just made. Comes in here, and I think I'm in Safari, and I have a lot of issues with Safari. So probably a bad example to click on, but it would bring you into the cruise booking tool, and your clients can look through the over 15,000 cruises that we have available. Let me see if I can find, I don't know, I think it goes through the system and then it'll post. We'll check again. And look, I have so much on I post so much that, we'll look in a little bit and bring that up so that you can see what it looks like. You also will get notifications. I changed my password for one of my Twitter accounts, and I got a notification from Travel Alliance that said, hey, we're having trouble posting. Did you change your password? And it will prompt you, and then you know, oh, I forgot. I have to go in and update my password or authorize one of my social medias. I'm not exactly sure, and we can ask Shay about this if he knows, but every so often, whether it's a couple months, it's for security reasons as well, you need to reactivate your the privilege of posting to your different accounts. And all you do when you come in here, I actually had a note earlier. Oh, it's still here. So it'll just give you a message in here as well. You'll know, it'll just give you a notification up here. And once you do this, you just click that, update the account, and now it's reconnected to LinkedIn, which mine was already connected because I had already done that, but you'll get notifications in here if there's any issues with any of the posts or any of your accounts that you have posted in there. And that is pretty much, that's the basics of how to use SendAble and how to set it up so that you can have Agent Studio market on your behalf. So I'm going to open this up, and excuse me, I'm new, like I said. Okay, so if anybody has a question, if you want to go ahead and type it into the chat, I want to answer some of the questions about the basics and what I've talked about so far. I don't think nobody is typing. Okay. So if nobody has any questions about the basics, I'm assuming, can you guys just type in the chat and let me know who has SendAble set up and who is using it on a regular basis? Okay, Stuart, message me. Stuart, let me know in the chat which platform or subscription with Agent Studio you have. Okay, Brenda, I'm going to take you. Let's go back here. I'm going to actually just close out of my website and then I'll take you back in. I'll remove this. So you open up your website. And then once you're on your home page, scroll down to the bottom. The home page is getting revamped in a little while, but let's see, sign in. And then it will ask you for your email address that you used for your Agent Studio platform. And then just click sign in. And it'll automatically take you to the back end of your site. Let me read. Okay, Ashley, let me get information for you. That's an extra add-on that you can purchase. And Stuart, you had premium, and that was one of the older subscriptions. Let me see if Shay jumped off. I believe with premium, and I'm not exactly sure because I wasn't involved with the older, the previous plans. I think premium was our professional, and you should have access. Are you with a host agency, Stuart? Okay, I'm not sure. Brenda, were you able to get into the back end of your website? Actually, you know what? I'm going to unmute all of you because there's only 4 of us. Okay, so I've unmuted everybody. So as long as we don't talk over each other, I think we'll be fine. It's a lot easier than, having everybody type. So, okay, Brenda, once you're in, just let me know if you have any questions about trying to set up any of your accounts. Let's see, what else do I want to share? Stuart, I've taken a note and I will find out about the premium to be sure. If you want to message me your email, I will make sure I get back to you. And Ashley, I will email you and let you know what the cost is for TPI. Because I know that there's a special plan that you guys have. Let me just get rid of that. Do any of you have any questions about what I did so far about anything within SendAble, how it works, why it works, what happens? Because I'm going to go on and so there's so much more that you can do with SendAble. We can even do email and everything through here. So in the coming weeks, I will be doing more advanced webinars about this, but I want to just show you some of the features that you can use. So you can come in here and you can set up keywords that you want to search for, and it will search posts across all of the social media, and it will pull up. Here's a list of the dates that these were posted, and like here's something entertainment-wise. You might look here, and I don't know, that could have been like something about travel. And, oh, you like that. So you could go right over here. If you don't like it, like, hey, I don't want to see any of this again. So you can hit negative or thumbs down. And what it does, it searches through the entire internet for posts that might relate to one of your keywords. So all you do is set up the keywords. Let me move this out of the way. So it does a word cloud. So and that's how you set up. And I have Taylor & Company Travel, which is not good. I just set it up right before here. We started just to give you an idea of what it looked like, and it would pull in some information. But if I like this article right here, and I wanted to share it. Click here, translate, repost. And then what it does, the system, after you start working and filling, responding like positive, negative, thumbs up, thumbs down, once you start doing some of that, it will start catering or tailoring the information that comes into this section to your likes and dislikes, and it's easy to post and share information. The one thing with this, though, it doesn't send anybody back to your website. Basically, it lets you, share information that you feel you want to, but it doesn't direct anybody back to your site. You can go here and click My Content. I can add content in here as well. And this in a later, we're going to go through this. I have a blog, so I want to start doing, adding my blog posts. You can set up email templates, create your own original content. So all of that is stuff that you can do with the platform that's already included in your website. Let's see. Here's your contacts. You can put contacts, create mailing lists. You don't really need to do this if you're not going to do email from within here. I do my email through the Marketing Center, through Agent Studio, so I doubt that I will use a lot of this, but I have to explore it a little bit more. You can go here, My Reports. We can go and look at Twitter. I also deleted this earlier, so I don't know if it's going to give me a report. Let me see. Let's just call this test. Last 7 days. I'm just playing to show you. And again, I'm not really sure if it's going to let me do this because I was playing around trying. I almost deleted all my accounts and then realized that I would lose a lot of data because I wanted to show you how to set them up. I don't think it's going to give me. Okay, there it is. It's behind. So this will give you can run reports. This is just one. You saw all the different ways that we can slice and choose different reports. So it tells you all of your, see, mine's all 0. And that's because I deleted this before. So it really isn't pulling anything right now. And then that's just really it. So that's really all that I have for as far as basics for SendAble. Does anybody else have any questions other than Ashley and Stuart? Thank you for sending me your emails. I will find out the answers to those questions for both of you and get back to you as soon as I get in touch with Shay, and we'll get all that worked out. And then once you do get access to it, if you have questions, you can feel free to reach out to me. Here's my email. And also you can, here's my, I gave you my Travel Alliance email and then my agency email as well. I answer both of them. So you can reach out on either one of those. And I don't think, let me see. No, Shay didn't jump back on yet. So I will, if nobody else has any questions, I would like to thank you for attending my first webinar. And if you have time, tomorrow we're going to be doing a full hour webinar on Travify. So I don't know if you all use Travify, but it's my favorite tool that we have within the Agent Studio platform, and it makes life easy. So we're going to, same time tomorrow, we're going to be walking through how to set up an itinerary, how to use that itinerary as a quote, and show you all the features of, oh, Brenda, wait a second. I keep sending, Ashley, my apologies. I keep sending you my email addresses in a private message. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do it again for everyone. I'm sorry, I told you this was the first time I've used this webinar platform. Okay. And it doesn't matter how many times you practice and go in there, I did it and there's still hiccups. So there, you should be able to see it now. But yeah, tomorrow we're doing, we had issues last Wednesday, so we're doing the Travify makeup tomorrow. So if you have time, it would be great to have you on that webinar. And if nobody else has any other questions, I think we're going to close for today, and I will email you each the information that I promised, and I hope to see you on another webinar soon.